All right, so let's just get right into it and actually run our orchestration. So since we know this is a case record triggered orchestration, and our trigger is anytime a case record is created with the status equal to new, that's all we have to do to trigger an instance of this orchestration. And we can do that by going to our cases page and just creating a new case. We'll create a new case here, set the status to new, set the case origin to something arbitrary like email, and we'll leave the rest of these fields blank, even though that's not a best practice, but for the purposes of our demo, the thing we need to fill in here is the subject. So we will say customer is unhappy with the product, is requesting a refund. Okay, and let's hit save. Now, as you can see, Orchestrator is already in action. We had the first step where the case is automatically classified, and since we were able to successfully classify it, we didn't need to run this step where we have to manually classify it. We go straight to the triage, which happens after the case has been routed, to me in this case. So what we need to do is in this triage, set the priority for this case. It's a refund. We're just going to give it really high priority. Another thing we want to do is actually escalate this, and so we can do that by setting the status here to escalated and hitting save. And let's hit next here. And we've completed the first interactive step that was assigned to us in this orchestration. Let's quickly step back to our orchestration to see what's actually going on and remind ourselves where we are in this orchestration. So we know that we are able to skip the manual case classification because automatic case classification succeeded. We know that we routed the case because the output of that case routing resulted in the interactive step, agent triage, being assigned to the proper user. And then from there, after completing that, we escalated the case. So this decision element is going to go down the escalated stage path. And what it's going to do is route the case to an elevated agent tier. From there, it's going to go back to the triage stage, but this time assigning to that elevated user. The notification system that Orchestrator uses to let users know that they have a work item to complete is their email. This is useful because a user isn't always just going to know when they've been assigned something and to go to the record page. They need some sort of notification mechanism. So they'll get an email saying, hello, you've been assigned the following action item, and they'll get a link to the record page that takes them straight to where they need to go to complete the work item. Now, as that assigned escalated user, let's say I take some actions, I assign the refund to the customer. What I want to do is just mark the case as closed, save the case, and set the case priority to low, because now that it's been closed, we don't really need to worry about it anymore. Once we do that, let's go back to our orchestration to see what's happening in the background. We've marked the case as closed, the agent triage stage finishes, our decision element sees that it's closed, and it goes to the case closed stage, from where it's going to email a post-case survey to the customer, the orchestration ends, and our process is complete.